Peace, YouTube. What's going on? I'll be back with another trending hot topic commentary show where we do all the latest and hottest reaction and reviews. I'm your host, N Lynch. Let's talk. Alright, so let's dive right into this video because I want to talk a little bit about, wannabe gangsters, wannabe thugs, tough guys and everything. People who feel tough guys and women, too. You know what I mean? Because I got a little story that pertains a female. In this situation, but people who feel empowered, emboldened because they may handle a weapon of sorts. So let's talk about that because this is a good conversation. I think that we should have. I think it's a conversation that most of us should talk about because a lot of us, well, a lot of people in general, you know feels the need to carry a gun nowadays, and gun safety is important, and a lot of people don't know how to use a gun, and a lot of these so-called gangsters and apparently they don't know how to use a gun, they don't know how to shoot and anything, because not only that the people that they trying to shoot at get shot, but innocent bystanders. Sometimes the people that they shoot at don't even get shot, but it may be an innocent pedestrian, it may be a innocent man, woman, child, or elderly person. So let's dive right into this. But before we do that, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell notification icon all. That way you'll be notified every time I upload the latest and greatest. Now, with that being said, so I'm from Philly, Philadelphia, PA. North Philly to be exact. We call it the heart of Philly. Blumberg Projects. So I mentioned all that to say that all my life I've seen my fair share of violence and everything that's growing up in the city of Philly and everything. I see tough guys, so-called tough guys. I see ordinary people, people who would be considered weakish, punkish, whatever you want to call it, all sorts, right? And throughout my years of being here on this earth, being here in this city, and just experience life in general, I've come across several people who only feel like they tough because they got a gun. And I say that because I some of these people that I'm referred to, like I know and knew some of these people before they even picked up a weapon, and they were like no such thing, and now because they may carry a weapon, now they feel empowered. And I mean to be fair, you are empowered. You got a weapon in your hand and all that stuff, but that don't make you tough. Because to be fair, a child can pick up a gun and kill someone. Like I have 3 daughters. Any one of my daughters can carry one of my, not one of my guns. I don't got many guns. I got one, but any one of my daughters can pick up a gun and shoot someone and kill someone, and that doesn't make them tough. You're not hardcore. Like I've talked about on this channel before how I was locked up for a short period of time. It wasn't like I did like a long bid and all that stuff. I ain't do really long at all. I was just locked up until they got my bail money. I was locked up for a couple of weeks or whatever. But like I've been arrested before throughout my life, but I've always been let out on the RRR. I'm sure some of y'all probably know what that is. Release on reconnaissance and all that. Like pretty much they let you go from the precinct. But a couple years ago, when I was, the case that I just said that I beat, when I first got arrested, well, the case that they dropped anyway. When I first told y'all that I got arrested, if those who's familiar with me saying all this stuff, I was saying that I got locked up and sent to prison just until my peoples got my bail money up, because they were trying to raise my bail high as shit because I'm a professional boxer. And that was the whole thing why I got sent up to the prison instead of me being released, because they looked at me like a threat or whatever, because I got my boxing license and all that stuff. But I'm mentioning all that because when I was up there with those hardened criminals and all that stuff, like it really wasn't nothing for real, for real. Like, I mean, to be honest with y'all, like I was hating it. Like I was calling my mom every day, like, yo, y'all got that bail money? Like she'll tell y'all. I was hating it, but that's me because I got a problem with authority. I hate people telling me what to do, telling me when to eat, when to sleep, when I gotta go to my room, and all that stuff. It ain't had nothing to do with the people there, cause my cellies and the inmates there and all that, like them dudes, they was like a bunch of weirdos. Like they talking about like pillows and all that stuff, like the different textures and stuff from out of the different jails. They like, yeah, they called me Unc. They're like, yeah, Unc. Or they call me Boxer because I was like every morning I'll run the yard, I'll make shadow box for like an hour or something, and then I'll go to sleep because that's the only thing I can do. Like I ain't really want to sit up or nothing. Or I'll look. This how smart they is in prison, right? Like this how that's how smart the prison system is. Like trying to be smart towards the inmates. They'll have the TV when they turn the TV on. The only channel they have it on is like Ion TV, where it's like it play like Law and Order and Criminal Minds and Cold Case, all that stuff, basically telling us y'all motherfuckers need to learn something because evidently y'all don't know nothing. So I would do that. I would run the yard, shadow box a little bit, do my little push ups, sit ups, crunches and stuff, watch a little bit of TV and go to sleep. That was like my routine when I was in jail. But I'm bringing all this up because there was a point in time in my life where I would have been like, oh my God, it's crazy. Like I said, I didn't like being there. Like I don't think nobody would like being locked up. So this is not me boasting about being in jail and all that because I hate this shit. That's my first time being there, perfectly my last. But I'm talking about the people in general. Like it wasn't nothing to me, and maybe because I possess a particular. I sound like Liam Nelson right here. I possess a particular skill because I know how to fight. You know what I'm saying? Like some of y'all that may not mean nothing, but that mean a lot, especially when you like when ain't anybody got no guns or nothing. Like of course you got shanks and all that stuff, but you know when you got hands, that is your weapon. When you possess the ability to know how to fight, whether it be boxing, MMA, whatever it is, when you got like an ability that nobody else don't gotta have, then you get like I guess I guess the people who walk around with guns and all that stuff. Truth be told, we feel the same way. Like, and like I said, like, and I'm legal. You know what I'm saying? Like I've done security. You know, I got my Act 235 and all that stuff. So when I say I got a weapon, all my stuff is legal. It's for work purposes and all that stuff. Like, so this ain't me talking about me walking around carrying guns and all that stuff. Because it's locked up, concealed, and all that. But my whole point is I don't need a weapon to feel empowered. I feel like I am the weapon. And this, now, of course, I'm no dummy. I'm not the man of steel. You know, I'm not bulletproof and all that stuff. But I believe if everyone took the time to fuck out and learn some type of jujitsu, something, whatever, learn some type of fighting ability, then they will feel the same way. Wouldn't feel the need to pick up a damn gun, first instinct, pretty much. And I'm saying all this because I was having a conversation with my uncle earlier, and he was talking about like my cousin Ted. Like my cousin Ted, he's he's a former cop, and he was telling me how Ted not too long ago just had an incident with this, and mind you, it's a chick, it's a female here in Philly, and how like she was like double parked in the middle of the street. This is how like ignorant people are. I'm not sure. I'm sure they probably do it everywhere, but it's like spaces on rather side of the curve where you can park at, but they'll just rather park in the middle of the street, double park with the blinkers on, and talk to the people on the side, and just let you wait. Don't even care. So my cousin Ted, he an older guy too. He's older. He's probably like in his 50s or whatever. Being patient. He's a retired cop. But she don't know that though. He being patient. He ain't do nothing. Then after like 5 or so minutes, he beat this on like, yo, like, what's up? He said she hop out the car with the gun in her hand. Like, what the fuck is your problem? Like, what are you doing? All that. And he like, I just want you to, move to the side so I can get by. And she's like, well, wait. You can wait and all that. And my uncle telling me about it. And my uncle named Munchie. And he like, Munchie like, Like her dumb behind don't even know that he's strapped and illegal. Like she probably wasn't even legal or nothing. But even if so, basically she threatened his life. He could have popped her and got away with it scot clean because it was a threat to his life. And he's a former cop. And as a police officer for like over 2 decades, he never shot anyone at all. So it's not like he's a trigger happy police officer or anything like that. So that looks good on your record. That comes into play because they look at things like that. So it's like, and Ted was telling him about this, and it was like a whole conversation. So which made my uncle talking to me about it, and I'm just like, wow, that's crazy. Like he could have, you know, shot her, and I'm sure his aim is probably way better than hers. I mean, we don't know nothing about the girl, so she probably could have been a sharpshooter. Who knows? But we just gonna call like just the stats of the situation. Her being a regular bystander, him being a cop who goes to the range, a former cop who still goes to the range normally and practices shooting and all that stuff, and was strapped on him because he always go nowhere without it. And he's legal. You got concealed carry and all that stuff. So it's like all that for nothing. Life could have been a life could have been going. She could have shot him first. So it's not even just like me just saying that he could have possibly popped her, because she possibly could have popped him. And for what? For being tough? Because you feel empowered because you got a gun? Now what if you ain't had no gun? You know damn well you wouldn't have got on no damn car and did all that if you ain't had no weapon in your hand. Like this is. But everyone wants to be tough because they got a gun. Like, what if someone just wiped all weapons off the face of this earth right now? This is mysteriously just vanished. Or every time someone tried to pick up a blunt instrument, a knife or a weapon, anything, someone tried to make it carve any type of object or use any type of object as a weapon, just like God just know, and it just instantly just poof in the smoke. You know how many people would be turned nice in this world? You know how people would say sorry or my bad or it's not that serious? You know how many people would do that? Because they wouldn't feel empowered no more. They wouldn't know what to do. And this even for groups too, because there's a bunch of groups of people with guns, but that same group they'll they'll but certain, like, they'll try to roll on certain people, but depending on who it is, they don't want the smoke. Like, so, uh, you know, y'all people out there, y'all just be careful, because there's a lot of crazy people out there, and they just trigger happy because they feel empowered. So y'all just be real careful out there, and if you're able to legally, I was able to legally apply for the concealed carry and everything, and get your weapon and all that stuff legally, because if you're able to do it legally, there's no point of doing it illegally. Like, that's stupid. That's real stupid. And I don't see why people even do that. Like, it's people who be walking around who get locked up and stuff having illegal guns and stuff when they have the ability to have it legally. Like that I don't. Hey, I can make a whole video about that, because I can rant about that all damn night. But that's just my thoughts on that. I want to be quick on this video because I got a few videos on this side that I want to make, and I'm gonna start making do a few of my skits tonight. So I'm gonna end this video off. I'm gonna holler at y'all in the next video I'm about to do. But until next time, I'll holler at y'all. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification icon, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.